on here yet.
Are we live?
Dame un segundo.
Are we live? Yes or no?
Sí.
Okay, hello everybody.
Everybody that is not here.
Everybody that's not here but is watching after we're done. We are heading out of Mazatlan and towards home.
Oh, be careful, be careful.
We're gonna try to stay live the whole time. There may be a few dead spots because we've done this before and there was a dead spot leaving Mazatlan for about 40 minutes actually. Hopefully it's not that way this time, but we will see.
I want to fix the camera. After all this, after this.
Train tracks. Stopping, looking, nothing, go.
Buddy Carapanos here.
Good morning, buddy.
Hold on, buddy. Let me fix the camera. I want to make it.
Lots of rough roads. So. Careful with your coffee.
Yeah.
I just filled up the truck, so we're ready to go. Dr. Spec is already on a bus heading to his town. And we may catch up with that bus on the highway.
I think that's...
It is possible. You gotta be careful of the sun reflecting.
I can't have, like, the sun is there. I can't.
Going straight, right?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of a roundabout, but not really. I've seen cops hang out in this area, so we'll try to go slow.
Yep.
Try to save as much fuel as possible to get on the highway.
Dobby Farr is here.
Who?
Dobby Farr.
Dobby. Welcome. Good morning. We are heading home on the last leg of this trip. We're heading out of Mazatlan right now. Looking for the entrance to the highway.
Looking for it. Wait.
Tell them what that thing is called.
Una pulmonía.
Pulmonía.
Still can't see it.
That has a Volkswagen Beetle chassis that they built this fiberglass body on to take tourists around Mazatlan. It's basically the only place that has them. I don't even think they have them in Acapulco.
Lars is here.
Hello, Lars. Good morning. Hopefully we'll be able to stay on. We had a lot of drop-offs on the last live coming into Mazatlan.
Also, Lester is here.
Good morning, Lester. You get some airflow in here because it's warm in here.
Yeah.
Water truck with wobbly wheels. Yes, I'm sure I want to stay behind you.
No. Oi! That was a bounce.
Bouncy, bouncy.
In 1 kilometer, exit right.
Remember to exit right and do the loop-de-loop.
Yeah. We are going to Culiacan, or heading towards Culiacan. Not going to, but heading towards. There's a Suburban behind me with a
I think it's the next one.
Yes, it's the next one. Tepic is one way, Culiacan is the other, so I'm not sure how they're going to do this one entrance to go both ways.
Exit right to Mexico.
Okay, so they do split it off. Now this road that we're getting onto, it has a lot of potholes. It's like driving an obstacle course. So that's where I'm gonna have to keep my attention on trying not to fall into potholes.
Also, can you hear us okay? Is it okay, the sound, the volume, everything? Let's talk about roads.
Continue straight.
It gets worse.
Kilometers to exceed in Eco Road.
Okay, so let's merge onto the highway. Even the merging lane, I have to watch what I'm doing, but it puts us right into the lane. Okay, here we are.
Toby says I can hear you okay, and Leslie says can hear okay. Okay, thank
Good.
you.
There's not a lot of road noise inside this truck.
No, but I worry about the air conditioning.
Yeah, well, I just have the fan on.
I know, but I mean, I just want to make sure that you can hear us okay. Oh, I don't have it on all messages. Hold on. All messages. Okay.
Yeah, we want to see everybody that comes in. Should be a pretty quick, I mean, it'll be about 4 hours, depending on if we get stopped at any toll booths or any of that. So it's not a really long trip. Basically in Mexico, there's a town every 200 kilometers, so there's Mazatlan, Culiacan, another 200 kilometers is our town, another 200 kilometers after that is Ciudad Obregón, and it keeps going up to towards the border.
Yeah.
And not much in between, because this state is an agricultural state. So once we get out of here, you're gonna see mostly just farms. They're growing tomatoes, they're growing corn, white corn. Why is there a truck staring at us?
Because it's being dragged. It's being carried.
Well, get in your own lane, tow truck. Thank you. Stop looking at me like that, Volkswagen. That is a very used Volkswagen. Even the suspension looks tired.
Oh,
Did we lose it already?
I don't think so. At least with the tablet.
Bear with us, guys. We're between two mountains where they cut the road between in the mountains. So once we get out into the clearing, if you can hear me, once we get out into the clearing, it should come back.
Yeah, I think we're okay. How did you sleep last night?
I think I slept okay,
Good.
but really weird dreams, probably from the medicine that Dr. Spec recommended. But my throat is not hurting at all right now.
That's good.
So if whatever that little pill that he told me that I should take is reducing the inflammation in my throat temporarily. So it's working. I'm not going to use the official words because that would be not good
Yep.
publicly.
Yep.
This road that we're on doesn't take us right past Culiacan because that's where all the bad stuff is happening right now. But that is where my son is heading. That's where he lives. He's on a bus, and let's see if we can catch up to that bus. I don't know exactly what time it left, though. He said he was sitting on the bus. I don't know if the bus left yet. We may be in front of him.
Lester wants to know if it has a stiff suspension.
It's not really stiff. It's I feel a little bit of bounciness in it. I mean, I can feel the potholes, but it's not jarring. It's not like the trip when we had the Omega on a trailer going up north, and it was violently hitting every pothole on the road.
Yeah.
This one's pretty okay. You sure are moving a lot of new cars around right now.
Yeah.
Because my representative for the shipping company said that they're not shipping anything on the West Coast because they lowered the production of new cars during the holidays. So they need to ramp up again, get enough cars to warrant the ship stopping over here on the West Coast. When that starts again, then I'll get the schedule and we can start shipping cars out from where we just were in Mazatlan and dropping them in San Diego or in the the port of Long Beach. So I need to get all that set up. Yep. Heading to where we just were. The bus rides were not bad this trip. I was able to sleep for a while on both of them.
Except the one for Celaya.
I slept a little bit. Had the headphones on and my rain sounds in there. It blocked out a lot of the driver's stereo.
Good.
At least it wasn't the banda music.
Yeah.
That was nice. I don't expect to see a lot of traffic at this area, at this juncture. It's going to be farther up that we're going to hit a bit of traffic when we start getting into toll booths. That backs up the traffic a little bit, and then we're going to be driving with other vehicles. But it's going to be pretty clear for a while. So does anybody have any questions? Any questions about what we do? How we do it? Mexican vehicles? I'm driving in the left lane because it's usually better than the right lane. The trucks and the buses tear up the right lane because of the amount of heat that we get in the summertime here. And then it's asphalt, blacktop, so the trucks and buses just rip up the right-hand lane. So I try to stay in the left-hand lane as much as I can. If somebody comes up behind me, then I'll move over. But there's nobody back there, except for that tow truck with a Volkswagen on it. Flatbed with a Volkswagen on it.
Hey, Josh Holman is here.
Good morning, Josh.
Hi, Josh.
You've been spending a lot of time with us. Love may be asleep still.
Yeah.
And Kim. They said they weren't in the shop last night.
Yeah, they did. Probably too cold.
It's good to take a night off and rest. Especially when it's so cold there. I'm not sure how fast I'm going because every time I look down, Mrs. Spec says I'm going at a different speed. And I think the speed sensor needs to be replaced in this truck, which is, we're going to drop it off with my buddy at his tire and alignment shop so he can do the balance of the tires, the alignment, tell me if there's any suspension work that needs to be done, and see what we can do about the speed sensor. Because that does affect the rest of the truck. It's necessary. Here comes a little car coming up on me.
Believe in yourself is here?
Good morning, believe in yourself. Believe in myself. I kind of do. And I get other people to believe in me too.
Vintage Adventure Drives is here.
Good morning, Tanner. It's Monday morning.
Believe says good morning, Mr. and Mrs. Spec and Chad. Vintage says, hey Miguel, for once I have a chance to check in.
We're heading home right now. We have a 4-hour drive. We just left Mazatlan. And you can see some of Mexico's highways. If you ignore the potholes, they're pretty good. And hopefully it will be an uneventful trip. But you never know. Anything can happen out here.
Why are you vibrating so much? Why are you vibrating so
Because the
much?
road is not smooth at all. This is all asphalt. So in the summertime, it gets really, really hot here. And you have the trucks driving in the right lane, but the buses need to get to where they need to go, so they're hauling butt in the left lane here. So they put grooves in the left lane too. Water truck. Or carrying something.
I wonder if my drink is...
Tropic of Cancer we're just passing right now. If you want to look at it, look at that on a map where we are, the longitude.
I wonder if my drink is safe enough to drink now.
Only you will know that.
I know.
I have no way of knowing that. I don't want anything to drink. I don't want anything to eat for this trip. We had the breakfast buffet this morning, and generally I can't eat anything that they put out on the buffet, so I have the lady make me eggs. So I told her I want 2 sunny side up eggs, and I want 2 fried eggs, which is the sunny side up that she turns over and fries it. So on the sunny side up eggs, I saw her with the salt shaker. Oh my God. It's gonna have no taste of egg, all taste of salt. That was a lot of salt she put on there.
Dobby says, are the cars you sell usually running and driving, or are they like project vehicles?
They have to be running and driving to get onto the ship if we ship them to Jacksonville, Florida, or to cross them on the Arizona border. They have to be running and driving. What I have been doing is the deal with this truck here is we were gonna buy it and drive it directly to Veracruz to put it on the ship to ship it over to Florida. But I don't know if you can see how bad the paint is on the hood. I don't think I think that side of the hood is okay. It's my side that has all the problems on it. The truck was nowhere near what it was supposed to be that it looked like in the pictures. So we negotiated a price on the tires, because the tires were all weather checked. They were really old. They wouldn't have made it 10 kilometers. They were just junk. So the client first says, okay, no, let's pass on it. But it is the only SLT Plus that was around with the 3rd back seat and the leather interior.
Slow down.
Why?
Caseta.
Really? Oh, 500. Okay, 500 meters. So we left the cellar of the truck, and we went to breakfast, sat down at a restaurant, and started doing some numbers to see what we could buy the truck for and all that. So okay, I'll put a hold on my story, try to remember where I was. How much is this? 191. And that's the first one. Buenos dias. Gracias.
It's kind of hard to do this with one hand.
So I sent all the pictures that I took, not that the seller took, the pictures that I took of the truck to my body guy in my town and asked him how much it was going to be to fix this truck. So he gave me a price. It's right around $1,500 to make this thing look like new. And I know he does a good job because I've talked to him before, and it's going to be 3 coats of color. No, I think it's 2 coats of color and 3 coats of clear. And if we want more clear, we can add more clear to it. And it includes the wet sanding and buffing, the whole thing. The truck will be ready. Not, okay, they painted it and you have to, do it later, buff it out later. So I told him how much that's going to be, and then how much it's going to be to, again, deliver the the truck down to Veracruz, which is over 1,700 kilometers from my house. But when I talked to him, I had forgotten that the transport company that I use will take the truck from where I am down to Mexico City for around 20,000 pesos, which is a little over $1,000. So I'm going to figure that, and I'm going to have to talk to the client again, but it needs a little bit more work, which we're going to do that first before going to the paint shop. We're going to drop it off when we get into town. And it's been driving really well. The speed sensor, when we left the state that we were in, which we wanted to get out of there as fast as possible. If you watch the show Breaking Bad, you know that where we were in Guanajuato is a very bad area. They talked about it a lot in the show. The old man, his last name was Salamanca, and Salamanca is a city in Guanajuato. That's where the cartel is based, where supposedly the character's family was based in the town named after him. And yes, we had to go past Salamanca to get out of there. We just wanted to get out of there as fast as we could after the tires were put on. So we did. But then we were on the highway, and I would get up to like 130 kilometers per hour, and all of a sudden I couldn't accelerate anymore. If I put my foot down on the pedal, it would just bog out. I was still able to keep up the speed on the highway, no problem, without having to accelerate anymore or go up hills or whatever. But when I filled up the next time, turned it off, it was off for a while, turned it back on, it was reset. So, and I haven't had that problem since, but I haven't been running as fast as I was trying to get out of Guanajuato. So we're gonna have to replace the speed, because this is an electric speedometer, and I'm watching it bounce between 110 and 70, 110. The electric speedometer is bouncing, and that's got to be the speed sensor. It can't be anything else. The speed sensor has to tell the computers what to do with the engine, so that's where our problem is. But I did get this thing up to almost 21 miles per gallon, if you believe the thing on the roof console here, because there were quite a few hills and stuff between Guadalajara and Mazatlan. So I would go up the hill, and then I would coast down with my foot off the gas, and it would give me better mileage. I'm down to 18.2 right now, but it's mostly flat here, and I'm not trying to run really fast here. Just keeping it at 100, 110, right around in that area. Mrs. Spec can say it more accurately with the GPS, how fast we're going.
You want me to?
Yeah, how fast are we going?
Right now, 108.
Okay. It just went down to 60 here. It's bouncing around.
Lester says much less traffic today.
Well, it's Monday morning, so, and pretty early. It's 10:35. But like I said, once we start going and cars are coming in from other places, and then it gets backed up at the toll booths, then it's going to put us all together. So we'll see a lot more vehicles out here.
Dr. Go is here.
Good morning, Dr. Go. You missed yesterday. You missed the day before, the whole live yesterday. I mean, the whole live that we did from Guadalajara to Mazatlan. You caught us today.
They say on the road again. Here we go. Have safe travels, Mr. and Mrs. Spec, Mexican Spec.
Thank you very much.
Josh Holman says 21 miles per gallon is good for a vehicle that size.
Yeah, this size, and it's got the biggest engine available, the 5.9 in it, the 360 Magnum. So, and it is pretty smooth. It is running pretty well. Temperature stays down, it's charging. Oil pressure is really good. And it already came off full, which I don't like. You shouldn't do that. You should not do that.
I'm gonna try to take a sip, so
okay.
Keep it steady.
Wish her luck on the hot coffee. It's not a very smooth hot highway, so we're coming up to new blacktop, so there's gonna be a bump. God, that was smooth. Still too hot?
Yeah.
We'll leave the thing open so it can breathe.
No, if it drops, it's gonna drop on me.
But then it's gonna be hot because that's what it's designed for.
Kim Fixes Things is here.
Good morning, Kim.
They said the 5.9 can be a little thirsty.
Yeah, it can be. I'm trying to keep it at a smooth speed and not keep putting it down, even though we all like to hear it roar.
They also say, hello everyone, hope you're all doing well.
This is a pretty flat road. We're not going to be going up and down too much. As I say that, you can see a little hill in front of us.
Dr. Go says, I did miss the live yesterday on the beach live, but I did go back and watch some of that. Weather is looking good with sun and dry roads. Below zero today and will be minus 20 Fahrenheit by the end of the week.
Wow. I don't know if you noticed, but I changed the thumbnail on last night's live so you could see what those umbrella type things actually look like that we were looking at the whole live, that you guys were looking at the whole live, so you can put the two and two together to see what they look like.
Vintage Adventurer says, I've never driven anything with a 360. Maybe one day I'll build mine.
Well, the 360 Magnum, Tanner, is with the fuel injection and all of that. It's nice to be able to get in, turn the key, and it starts right up. But the kind of weather that we have, I don't think any of my cars, and I have 9 vehicles, I don't think any of them have a working choke on the carburetor. And I'm not sure my mechanic knows how to fix a choke on a carburetor, since he's never had to. With the temperature, even in the winter time, a couple of pumps and it starts right up. So, Buff put the manual choke on his car, and he really likes that, but I don't really need it on any of mine. I do have to remember on this truck that even though it's going to be shipped to Florida, it's going to end up, thank you, that was a clean windshield, Bug. I appreciate that. That the truck's going to end up in Ohio, so I'm going to need to see if there's water or antifreeze in the radiator and get that changed out for him too before it goes over there.
That was lower.
With this warm weather, we may be getting a lot of these moths that are going to really destroy the windshield. That was not an elite bus that we passed, I know that. Dr. Spec is on a bus called Elite. It's a deceiving name. They are not elite in any way, but I don't know if he took off after us, because when Mrs. Spec bought the coffee, she said he's on the bus, which means, they don't sit around the station very long. They get you on the bus and they start moving because they have a schedule to keep. But he's going 200 kilometers up the road, and then he's going to take a car service back to his house. He goes back to school in a week, so he has to change his sleep schedule now over this next week, because he's been out of school for 3 weeks now for the winter vacation. Sorry, winter vacation, and he stays up all night playing his video game. So he's got to change that so he's not tired of school.
Dr. Go says, nice umbrella beach scene. I was pretending I was joining the warm weather. So I always wondered how much seat of the pants torque the 5.9 height over the 5.2 or LA 318s.
In these trucks, you can feel it. You can definitely feel it.
Patrick is here.
Good morning, Patrick Sullivan. Now, here's what happened. We left Guadalajara. It was cold. We left the room because we get a free buffet at the hotel. We left the room. It was cold. I had my Uncle Tony Garage hoodie on. Mrs. Spec had her jacket. It was really cold out there. We get into the truck, go to AutoZone. I put new wipers on the truck, only in the front. I should have put one in the back too. Oh, speaking of that, I was looking. I see defroster lines in the back window, but I don't see a control to turn it on. obviously a Ram pickup would not have a button for the rear defroster. All I see is a button here that says mirror and a defroster next to it. And I'm wondering if you that's for the rear washer wiper. If you push this, does it heat up the mirrors and the rear window? I don't know. I don't know if it does. I can't find any other switch for the rear defroster. But anyway, so we leave Guadalajara. It's overcast. We basically didn't see sun all day. It started raining. Lucky I had the new wipers. That helped. And made that trip. We come around the corner on the highway, which is where we lost the signal. And it's like the skies parted and Mazatlan was hot. I mean hot. Beach weather. So we got off the highway, we stopped at Walmart, bought ourselves some thongs so we could walk on the beach because we didn't bring them. We didn't expect to be going to the beach. We were going to bring this truck down to the port and ship it off and then get right on a plane and fly back.
How many pairs of thongs do we have now?
I have a few. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not a collector. I'm not a collector of 30 peso thongs from Walmart. So then we get Dr. Spec to come from where he lived on a bus. Of course, he misses the bus that he was supposed to take, so we got there at nighttime. But on Sunday, we want to go out, you know, sun, everything. No, it's overcast the whole day, the day that we had free to go enjoy the sun or maybe go in the water or something. No, overcast, wind, all that stuff. Again, we go to sleep on Sunday night, wake up, no clouds in the sky, all sun, all hot, and we have to leave. So I know there's something working against us in this universe. I know there is.
Buff del Campos here.
Good morning, Buff.
Good morning. Also, Lester Lesaber says, Mrs. Lesaber needs me to do some chores. I'll catch up on the replay. Have a great day. Oh, also,
Lester, we're going to be on for 4 hours, so I don't know if you're going to have time to come back.
Also, Lester says the two defrosters probably work together. They do on my grammar key.
You mean for the mirrors or for the front window? The front windshield is a blower. You're talking about the mirrors and the rear door, the hatch. You're probably right because it has the defroster signal next to it, but the button itself says mirror. One mirror. Doesn't say mirrors, just says one. That's the only thing they didn't have any space for the S.
Yeah, it didn't fit.
Yeah, it didn't fit. So, you know, they kind of had to create things for this truck. Like I said before, they just stuck a switch on here for the rear wiper. They cut out the part on the dash and they just shoved it in there. That's what makes this a fun truck. You don't know what you're gonna find. The last one of these we sold to our client in Texas. He took it to a car show and won first place. I don't know what it was first place in, what the category was, but he took home a trophy. And it was this exact vehicle, except for it didn't have the third seat. Forest green, 1999 SLT Plus.
Dr. Go says when my wiper linkage broke 1,000 miles from home, I tried that Rain-X product and it worked, helping me see as it rained the whole trip. And the water flowed up and off so I could see.
Yeah. I never had wipers on my 63 Cadillac hearse. They weren't even on the car, but you didn't really need them. The way the windshield was angled, and then it was a wraparound windshield on the commercial vehicles, whereas the cars actually had a flat windshield. Rain would hit it and it would just fly off, either go up if you were driving or it would just go to the side. So I never had to use wipers on the car.
Inspector BW222 is here.
Hello, Bruce. Good morning, Inspector Bruce. We're gonna have to get him a Volkswagen Safari at some point. I think he wants one. Don't let your wife know until you actually have it, Bruce. That's the way to go. Very very smooth ride on this truck. It's not jumping us around or anything. So I don't think it's going to need a lot of suspension work. But you never really know until you put it up on the rack, get under it. Okay, here's it down to 18.0, so my mileage dropped. I'm not complaining about the mileage in this truck at all. It could be worse. Could be a lot worse.
It could be red.
No, I wouldn't want red.
No?
Although the only other really nice Ram Charger that had really nice paint and everything was a red base model with base wheels, the regular gray seats. Everything else needed work. It's really hard to find one of these in really nice condition.
Dr. Gall says, I saw a vehicle like the one you are driving. I visited Chrysler at Carlisle, Pennsylvania several years back. Pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a few in the US, and there's a few more in Canada. I was looking at a white one to sell to the same client before Christmas, and which was completed, had all 4 wheel caps on it. It was a really nice truck, but the client got busy during the holidays and didn't get back to me. And then the truck sold, and since I haven't published since back at that time, I got a message from a guy up in Canada. He says, why do you have my truck published? I said, it wasn't your truck when I published it. And then I had to verify it was the same truck. He says, yeah, that's the same license number from Nueva Leon. I said, okay. And he says 3 hours after he picked up the truck, one of the tires blew out on it when he was driving it. So I'm glad we didn't go pick it up. Everything happens for a reason. Client didn't get back to me, and we didn't have to go drive a truck that was going to blow out a tire. I like to change the tires on vehicles like this before we leave.
Yeah.
Because if you look on Facebook, you can look at prices and go. I did that on a carry-all from Guadalajara. It needed 2 rear tires. The 2 tires were really bad, so we drove out to we drove pretty far out to the outskirts and got a good price on 2 tires, and that helped us get home. And the client was happy to pay for it at that price. Much cheaper than he could have gotten them over there. Although there's no warranty that goes with the tires because he can't really bring it back here. But what do you do with a tire warranty anyway? Tires are either good or they're not.
Uno's here?
Good morning, Uno.
Hey, Uno.
How's it up in Canada?
They say huevos, jamón y queso on people, churro. We did have huevos this morning.
Yeah.
I had
We all did.
sunny side up.
All 3 of us
All
did.
3 of us had sunny side up.
Yeah.
I had some beans. I tried to have some burritos, but they were not good. They were not
You
good.
didn't even know what was in them.
I know. The ones in Guadalajara were so delicious. The ones in over here were disgusting.
Yeah, the quality was really high. We sat down last night at the table a little outside the restaurant, and Mrs. Spec says, I want a hot drink and maybe some cookies or something. So she called the manager over. His name is Santos, because when we told him we wanted to do a live there, he says no problem. He'll accommodate anything we want to do. And he comes over and he says, oh, we only have the buffet right now. There's no other food service. And she says, oh, okay, well, how much is the buffet? And he looks it up and he says, how much did he say? It was 400 and something pesos per person.
Yeah.
And considering how low quality the breakfast buffet is, we're like, okay, thanks. No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm glad Dr. Spec wasn't down there because he wanted chicken nuggets or something. And I'm not paying 400 and something pesos for a couple of chicken nuggets.
Yeah.
So we just went without.
We already had dinner, so it wasn't like we were missing out or anything.
Yeah.
We just wanted something to munch on and not.
I didn't either.
I wanted something to munch on, and I didn't want it to be sitting on a table in a restaurant without purchasing something. So that's the reason why I wanted to get something as well. but at that price, no, thank you.
No.
If they allowed us to sit there without prior telling us that we needed to purchase something, then I was gonna take it.
No, we're guests of the hotel, so we can
Yeah.
sit anywhere we want to. And we were outside. We weren't in the middle of the restaurant.
Yeah, but I mean, we asked prior to that if we could do this, and they said yes,
Yes.
no problem. So I was gonna keep them to the word.
Yeah.
Let me
Nobody said anything.
let me fix my push.
A couple of the waitresses came over. You know, like, "Shh, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. You know, everybody was really nice about it.
Well, no, said 3. How many did I have? How many eggs did I have? I think I had 2 only.
You had 2 plus other food.
I had other food. Yeah, I usually eat very breakfast.
I had 4 eggs, and Dr. Spec had 2 eggs plus some other stuff off the buffet, some tortillas and one of the burritos and some, I guess what you would call sausages, but I think they were just hot dogs.
Yeah. I also had 2 pancakes, which they were okay-ish. They were cold.
Now this isn't the restaurant has no walls. Okay, it's completely open
Wow.
to.
It has 2 walls.
It's completely open to where the beach is and where the pool goes. So there's nothing to keep anything out. So when I was standing at the griddle asking the woman for the eggs and everything, there was next to me was the pan of pancakes, and next to that was the pan of French toast. And there were bees all over the French toast. They really liked that French toast. I don't know what was in it for them to like it that much. But there were also a few bees over where there were containers for maple syrup and honey. So they wanted their honey back. It was in a jar. But no, I don't know if anybody took any of the French toast with the bees all over it. That would get them a little bit upset.
Dr. Go has to go.
Okay, Dr. Go, thank you for joining us. Have a great day.
I think the bees are, at least for what I know, it's believed that if the bees are in the food, it's because it has the real sugar. So it's like a seal of approval.
Yeah, but I don't know where they've been walking. I don't want them walking all over my food.
Bees are clean though.
Or maybe they made it with the honey and they're trying to get their honey back.
No.
Because French toast don't even look like flowers.
Vintage says, I'm making breakfast now. It's almost noon and I've been up since before 7 a.m. Why haven't you eaten anything? What the hell, man?
What are you making for breakfast?
Uno says, let's not eat back a trip. I like to pack something salty, something sweet, and drinks, usually water. In this case, it was Ruffles, cheese Ruffles. My sweet were cookies. There were chocolate cookies and vanilla cookies with cranberries on it. Really good.
Yeah.
I ate them all. And just water. We don't eat much on the road, although I do have to. Because I get bored, so I start munching.
I try not to. I've had bad experiences.
Yeah.
I have chocolate chip vegan cookies, gluten-free cookies. I guess you would call it a cookie. I don't know. They're kind of hard, but they have gotten me sick out on the highway, and there's not a whole lot of bathrooms out here. So muffins have gotten me sick. So I'm actually pretty good. 4 hours is nothing to go without eating. We just had breakfast. Mrs. Spec is drinking her coffee to soothe her throat from all the talking that she's going to be doing right now with the live.
Uno says tostada francesa. It's not called tostada francesa, it's called pan francés.
Yeah. They don't even put the toasted part in there because it's French toast. It's pan francés. It's French bread.
Yeah. Vintage says, I never eat before 11 on my days off. I'm cooking up some potato, onion, jalapeno, sausage, and eggs. Oh, that sounds nice. I'll get mixed together with some cheese. That sounds nice. Enjoy.
Yesterday at the breakfast buffet, I ordered.
I can drink it now.
Good. I ordered 2 omelets with ham. I didn't see her put cheese in there, but she did. And the kind of cheese that she used makes me not able to use the bathroom for like 3 days. So we're gonna see what happens now.
Oh, that's nice.
We really can't drive, or we can't drive for 12 hours in Mexico because you're just not supposed to drive at night.
When I think
Even
we
though
drove.
we did on that first night,
But I think we dropped.
we just had what?
I think we dropped.
Did we?
I think so.
You have a circle of death, or
Yep.
can you guys hear us?
We're back.
That was a short one.
No, we dropped over here first, and then I saw it over here.
Yeah.
What? Potholes. Potholes.
Yeah. No kidding. I don't need her to tell me. All of these patches you see are where potholes were. Everybody has to drive an obstacle course here. But if you keep your tire on the middle lane, on the line, like a lot of people do, there's generally less potholes because that's not the normal lane of travel. But if you do that in the US, you're going to get stopped by the cops. Because you're not allowed to do that.
Vintage says you're clear right now. I think another minute should come in, but it's behind on the light. Stop it.
Down to a quarter of a tank already?
Like,
We've driven 70 kilometers already. Almost 1/4 of the trip is gone.
huh. Josh says, yes, the stream is coming in good. Good.
Good.
Vintage says they usually add Brussels sprouts to this dish, but I didn't feel like hearing about the smell later. I've never had Brussels sprouts. I've never had Brussels sprouts. It's not something that we tend to eat here, so I've never had them.
Have you made any progress, Tanner, on finding your own house?
Wonder what they taste like.
How fast are we going?
120.
Okay, I can slow down a little bit. The advantage of driving this truck is being it's a Ram, it's so wide, I can avoid most of the potholes, even if they're all grouped together. That little car cannot keep them outside the house.
Of course, I wouldn't know how to make them. But I will come back to the house and apparently it smells.
That's what everybody says, but
I don't know about that.
I don't see what nutrition value they have.
It's a green.
Yes.
Greens have nutrition.
How many cars can you park on the property? That's the most important part of the house.
That's true.
Yeah.
Belize says smells. Smells like what? That's my question. Don't be too.
Don't be too descriptive.
Yeah.
Yesterday we revisited. We took an Uber over to a mall show there. I don't know, about 12 years ago, something like that, in 2013, somewhere around there. Maybe before that. It might have been before that. That we brought my '74 Dart out to, and had the car show in the parking lot. There used to be a pet store inside that mall, and we went in there, and Mrs. Spec got to play with a rat the first time she ever had a rat in her hands. They're really nice little animals.
They were really cute.
Yeah. Very nice and intelligent. They're very smart.
Liv says, I once dated a Chinese lady from Brazil. To me, at that time, we were not live, we fell. Sorry, Vintage, thank you for coming. Have a nice lunch.
See you soon, Tanner.
Sorry, we fell. Off the campus is curry. Why is it like curry Thai food, but I think it's terrible in Indian food. What? Or why is it I like Korean Thai food, but I think it's terrible in Indian food?
Probably the combination of flavors.
Yeah, it's how it's made. I guess it's like seafood. Like you can love seafood like in Mexican food, but hate it in sushi. It's like it just depends on how it's made. Yeah, I've never had. I'm not because I live in a small town and also don't have a lot of money. I'm not adventurous with food. I've never had like the chance to go and explore when it comes to food.
We don't have a lot of options in our town either.
Yeah, either.
There's a Vietnam place. Isn't there Vietnam food?
So,
What they say is Vietnam, we would have no way of knowing. And of course, right on the counter, they have packets of hot sauce to go with your Vietnamese food.
police says above the campo, it depends on the dish. In Indian food, sometimes the curry is just used to disguise the taste of stale meat. Yeah, it just depends on the food. Depends on the food and depends on the cuisine.
And there's no beef in Indian food either.
Also, I could tell you all, like, you could tell me, I hate Mexican food, but I could tell you, well, all of the Mexican food that you had is not actually Mexican food. So, there's that.
Mexican food is basic, just your basic meat, corn tortilla, cheese,
But they even
and
make
vegetables.
they even make it
That's it.
different for tortilla. It's even different over there. Yeah, so it's like, it's different.
Yeah, but it's all basic food. It's all the same food that's used in every other country. It's just how it's presented that makes it Mexican food, and the sauces. The sauces, I think, is what makes it Mexican food, which I don't eat anyway.
Guacamole is pretty good.
I had 2 tacos dorados last night. One had beef in it, beef and potato, and the other one had chicken in it, and I really liked the chicken a lot better. The beef was a little hard to chew for me.
Bob says to believe. Why is it that I believe that? That it's used to disguise the taste of stale.
Yeah.
Believe says my sister went to Thailand for 3 months as a part of a high school exchange program. She learned to cook there. Before this, she could burn water. Nice. Bob the Campo says I really like Thai food. I've had Japanese food, not much, not very. I've had some Korean food, again not very. I don't think I've had much of anything else.
Is the image bouncing a lot for you guys?
Believes that my favorite hot sauce is so-called thing tapatio. South California thing tapatio. I've never heard of it. Believes that Japanese food, fast food, udon, is one of my favorites. I've seen it, I've never tasted it. I want to have the Chinese buns. What are they called, Chinese buns?
I have no idea.
The house. See if my friends want to go. We'll go get Chinese buns. I'm craving Chinese buns. It has katsudon, breaded fried pork, and egg. With the udon sauce is my tasting. Oh yeah, I love katsudon.